Welcome back to game number 2 of this best of 3 lower bracket finals between Yellow Submarine and HellRaisers. Second to last series here in the Hitbox Elite Cup. I can't be more excited for the finals tomorrow. Well, no, I can't. I mean, this is a great game in its own right, but the finals, the culmination of this entire tournament that I've had the opportunity to cast and organize from broadcasting side of view, from broadcasting standpoint. Well, it's going to be great, so definitely go ahead, tune in for that. But today, Yellow Submarine, they're up 1-0 up against HellRaisers. So HR, well, a lot of you guys are rooting for them according to the poll that we had earlier. 33 voted are rooting for HellRaisers, 21 for Yellow Submarine, and the rest, well, just don't care. They just want to watch good Dota, and that I can promise you. Everything else kind of up in the air. Revo, what do you think so far?
I'm really looking forward to this. We do see the very similar bans, except HellRaiser's getting rid of the Bane this time around, and they'll pick up the IO instead. Tiny and Oracle, though, coming out for Yellow Submarine. The first, pretty clearly a block pick, so they don't have Tiny Wisp, but of course, these days Tiny is such a great hero in his own right with the Avalanche Toss combo. Probably going to be played either mid or safe lane. I like him mid personally, because once you get about level 7 or 8, you can start moving around and ganking, get that Blink Dagger up, and really start moving around. Not to mention with Oracle, there's basically no penalty. You've always got that get out of jail free card of false promise. Like, we promised you killed him. Oh wait, just kidding.
It's kind of a little bit of a better shallow grave in some sense. It lasts longer. You can heal through it here if you have enough heals to go around to actually get someone to full health pretty much immediately after the duration ends. So it's a very powerful ability, especially on someone like a Tiny who can do so much if he has enough mana pool, of course, to keep using his combo. If the fight lasts long enough. So it's one of these heroes that can help out a Tiny tremendously well, or just in general, just controlling the flow of the team fights with the Purge, with the nuke, just being that little bit extra that you sometimes need to finish off a target. I mean, I've seen more than one Oracle who get like 6, 7, 8 kills in the mid game just because they keep spamming that these purifying flames out just to snag the last hits here. But
Yeah.
Broodmother, early pickup here from HellRaisers, and I mean, it's a hero that can work extremely well, but if you pick it up so early in a draft, you better have a pretty damn good plan for it.
Yeah, I do like the fact that HellRaisers really want to solidify their push. I do worry that the same thing's going to happen last game, though, where they're so committed to their strategy, they're not really thinking about drafting order. Like, last game, I didn't see the need to pick the Centaur as second pick. We've seen teams pick up Tusk all the time. Yes, it's a good counter to Tusk, but nobody really bans it out. So why not wait on it and pick something a little stronger there?
I mean, and in this game, I mean, with Broodmother, sure, sometimes it's being banned out, but that is almost preferable to picking it in first phase and then have 3 picks for the enemy team just to counter it out. At the same time, maybe that's part of the strategy, right? Maybe they want Yellow Submarine to over-focus on countering out the Broodmother, and then they have something in mind together with the Wisp that can really take advantage of that. So that's kind of the next level drafting that that HellRaisers, not sure if they have it in them, to be honest, but I wouldn't put it past them either, so gotta watch out for that. We're also gotta watch out for what Yellow Submarine want to pick up. There's plenty of ways to deal with Brood, of course. You can go Axe, you can go Legion Commander. What else you do? Like Ember Spirit would still be in the pool as a one position role that would put the Tiny Baby in the middle lane, or the off lane, something like that. Well, Shadow Shaman, yeah, they want to push, and there's the Axe for the laning stage counter, at least the Broodmother.
And of course, Axe is the best hero, hands down, against Broodmother. He may not be the best against some other heroes, for instance, Shadow Shaman Viper, but against Brood, he's going to be fantastic, always being able to grab all the spiders and just say, get over here, babies. Oh, wait. Axe #1 baby killer.
Wow. Yep. Revo, did you really
they're
go
baby
there?
spiders, though, so...
Well,
Not to say that spiders don't have real lives, too.
I know Averil would be really furious with you right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, fortunately she's not here. Fortunately for you, I mean. But so, yeah.
I mean, she's
Axe...
in chat, so.
Oh God. Is she?
I'm gonna go hide now.
Shout out to Averil, by the way. Pretty cool girl. Pretty cool stats woman. But yeah, Axe more of a laning stage kind of counter. It can fall off later here once Brood maybe gets an Orchid, just able to kind of deal with the Axe, or just kind of ignore him in a way if you manage your Spider Link correctly. So apart from that, the question is, do you have anything else apart from the Axe? And in this case, yes, I would say Tusk able to kind of follow up, get the snowball in, try to get that extra bit of
Ursa.
lockdown. You have the Tiny to burst down with a blink of his own, and yeah, Ursa's being banned. So
Why?
I don't know.
It just.
Yeah.
I don't see the point of that Ursa ban. Seriously,
Well,
yes, it's a good hero, but it does not fit into Yellow Submarine's lineup.
not really no.
10 seconds to
They'd
go.
have to run it
What else do
safe
you
lane
want here though now?
Oracle, yeah.
5 seconds.
I mean, I actually think safe lane Legion would be good, but I'm a big fan of safe lane Legion, and I know a lot of people
Reserve
aren't.
time.
And she's not too great against Viper or Shadow Shaman, but against Brood, I think she does very well, even though you already have the Axe. Just any solid carry, Cookie Cutter Juggernaut would be greght here, I think.
I'd still actually be thinking about a middle lane hero because right now we kind of want to look for the Axe matchup with the Broodmother. That would put Axe most
Yeah.
likely in a safe lane. And that would mean potential dual lanes here where Tusk can roaming around, Oracle helping out Tiny in the off lane or in mid. One of those. And then
I see Tiny mid, though. He's not going to win his lane against Viper, but he's
Yeah,
not going to win
exactly.
his lane against a lot of people.
Radiant's
So
pick.
I think if Tiny gets his XP, he can still recover with ganks. Now, Weaver coming out is a very interesting pick. I'm still in an awkward position about Weaver. Like, I feel like he's an okay hero, but there's so many heroes that do his job better.
I mean, what does he
And-
provide? I mean, Gemini attack kind of useful.
Yeah,
Shikuchi,
Gemini attack
very-
is good.
Yeah.
10
I mean,
seconds.
between
Shikuchi's good.
Shikuchi and his ultimate, he can be very hard
5
to actually
seconds.
lock down, especially if you don't actually have a lot of lockdown. I mean, you have slows from the Viper. Weaver doesn't really care about that.
Reserve time.
The one thing that you have right now is the Shadow Shaman to lock him down with the shackles and the hex. Even the hex, if he gets a Shikuchi off, he's still gonna be moving super quickly. But Slaughter, also one of the better heroes to deal with these kind of heroes. Just to be able to keep the vision on him at the very least. Unless he uses time maps, and then of course, well, gonna have to try and get it off, get the amplified damage off on him again. But
Yeah, it
Well-
does force Weaver to go for something like a Lincoln's, though, which he was
Yeah.
probably already going for against the Shadow Shaman.
absolutely.
But it does slow down his item progression. Like, when you play Weaver these days, you generally want to try to get your Deso, then your Lincolns. And if you can do that, you actually have damage to fight with. If you just have a Lincolns, it's like, well, I'm blocking some spells, but as a core hero, you're not providing damage to your team, which means generally you're not going to be that
10
helpful in
seconds to
fights.
go.
Sure, you're hard to lock down, but that's pretty much it. So,
Well, in this game though, I mean, I guess you have the Tiny to do the damage. So just being there, hard to lock down, just being an annoying little bug might be enough for them to just help brawl their way to victory. And yeah, brawling something that you'll Submarine,
Alright, carry
the
on.
lineup actually quite good at. They have the Axe, they have the Tusk. Kind of these kind of tanky heroes that want to get in there and take these skirmishes. And if you look at HellRaiser squad, Broodmother doesn't really want to do that. Wisp, Shadow Shaman, not really the tankiest bunch. Slada can work, but if he has a sprint on, that's kind of a problem. And Viper, he kind of needs someone in front line so he can just stay there and get the poison attacks off. He's not a 5-man 5v5 kind of hero. He can take kind of small skirmishes, but at the same time, he doesn't have the damage to really fight up against a big number of heroes. And he will have to
Yep,
do
they are
exactly
gonna go
that
after
now.
Viper.
There's the eye shots, block him in. That's the lockdown from Oracle with Fortune's End. It should be an easy first bloody actually. Yellow Submarine coming out strong in the second game after winning game 1. So action all restarting. Still, let's take a quick look at the lineups before we continue.
Was only
Anbar
about
here
10
on the
seconds
task
to
with a
show
nice little
time.
eye shot setting it up. Nord playing the Oracle. We have the musical notes, also known as Gorats, playing the Tiny. Eds playing the Weaver here. We'll see where he ends up being. Probably in the offlane there, together with the rest. Maybe even mid, who knows. Nicarol on the axe here, making his way to the top lane. Might be
they
even
might
able
wanna go
to
again.
Yeah. Oh, really? Oh, wow, they get the Shadow Shaman too.
Yeah, 06 will be playing that Shadow Shaman who went down for second blood here, I guess. On the bot lane, we're going to have Yoda Warrior on the Slardar. It'll be got him on the Io. Russian name on the Brood.
Yeah, that works.
And Meow will be mid on your Viper, who is Afro Ninja, I believe, right?
Yeah, I mean,
All right.
I know some of these names just from the earlier games, so I'll be using those, but none of the others.
Yeah.
You know,
If I can't remember, I'll just
yeah,
call him by the hero name.
Absolutely. I'll
We've
ask the
got Viper
teams
on
for
the
the
Viper.
finals. I'll ask the teams for the finals to actually get the proper names in. But I haven't
Yeah.
really found a chance to do that for the other games so far. But yeah, so we do have this aggressive trial lane here. As I kind of expected, together with the Tiny though, instead of the Weaver. That's why I was kind of expecting another material to try and deal with the Viper, but Tiny can work solo. Has to be a little bit more careful though. He doesn't have the Wisp or anyone else to really back him up. Nothing like a Bane to make sure he stays alive. So he can't go as aggressive as we sometimes see him be. Speaking of aggression though, Nickerol. It's not your side of the map, buddy. But yeah, he's skipping creeps. Just trying to put on the pressure on the Brood Mummy. He's successfully doing so.
Yeah.
8 last hits, of course, some of those might be spiderlings already. That being said though, well, yeah. You can never really tell. A lot of them will be creeps if he's doing it like that. He's gonna get every single creep wave in lane. He has a Ring of Protection plus a Stout Shield, so he will be able to skip the creep wave. No problems whatsoever.
Is this
Bottom
one of
lane,
those
this is a
situations
fight.
where...
Oh wow, Shadow Shaman actually jumping quite low. He will end up dying to right clicks. Now Weaver dropping low as well. A couple more right clicks will do it, but he has another Shikuchi if he wants to go it, and he does with the help from the Tusk coming in with a snowball. And Weaver barely able to Shikuchi out of it all. And TP comes in, Yolo Warrior unable to really help out now. Sprinting forward for a crush, but no real follow-up from the rest of the team. And Amba is there with another snowball in another couple of seconds if they want to turn us around, but without the Weaver there to provide that extra bit of damage, they can't really put on the pressure that they need.
He is going to force
Oh,
the
God.
Oracle all the way back to base, so that's going to make some extra space for him to farm, and that'll help out a lot. Of course, Tiny grabbing up a bounty room, which is going to be very helpful, of course.
I did
He
forget
is
the
getting a
overlay.
decent amount of farm here in the mid lane, which is a bit surprising, but
It's all good now, yeah. I forgot
Yeah.
to change the overlay. Because
Oh.
I'm super stupid again.
I'm sorry, something happened
Yeah.
with my stream, and I was still seeing the scoreboard from the previous game, so
What?
otherwise I would have let you know. Yeah, I don't know. I messed up.
Oh,
There
well.
it is. It's back. We're good. I was focused on the game, Drag and Drop.
So
couldn't be
was I.
bothered
I mean,
to look at
that's-
my other stream.
Ah.
Same thing, yeah. Sorry for being focused on the game, chat. Anyways, Weaver is working toward a Ring of Aquila, which will help him out a bit here, especially against the physical damage of Slaughter. He does need to get some early stats, though, that's for sure. And the wand plus the Aquila should be enough, but not the easiest. There's this Wraith Band done, so.
Well, he'll have that soon here. All he needs is the complete Basilius with the Sage's Mask, and then he'll have that, which is kind of great item for any trial, and it's kind of a must-have if you want to keep being aggressive. And yeah, up against this kind of defensive lineup, there's only so much they can do. I mean, Shadow Shaman is disables himself as much as his target. Ether Shock is a great spell to have, a lot of burst damage here. That's the highest amount of burst damage you can have for a level 1 spell. But it's only on 1 target now.
Yeah.
If he hits level 2, that'll hit on 3 targets
Trouble
maximum.
brewing at Radiant's bottom tower.
But it's just not going to be enough because the Wisp, he doesn't really provide too much damage. Now, yeah, once again, Shadow Shaman might be in a little bit of trouble. Has the Shackles, but once again, those wouldn't save him.
How about that?
Neither does the Fairy Fire here. They will just be able to rack him down with Geminate attack. Now the Crush, but Snowball actually helps Amber dodge it. Now, goddamn, next one will be right click down, not dropping low. And will not be able to survive thanks to the Mango Crush on 3 heroes. Bringing him down, but still a 2-for-1 trade down here in this bottom lane. Making it work.
Yeah. And that's what they got to do, really.
The Weaver isn't dying and he's getting all the kills, right? That's kind of the main problem of this. And
Yeah.
a Weaver off to a good start. Oh no, goddamn, once again. He's channeling out the Fortune's End, locking him down for a couple of seconds. The other Warrior's there though with a crush. They have the sentry too. Now Weaver shackled up. Can he bring him down? There's a snowball here. Still alive with the 1 charges. And not quite outside of the range of Sentry. Another triple man crush here actually coming out, and now Tiny will end up falling to the Ether Shock as well. So right clicks now, another set of shotguns after the Mango. Yellow Warrior comes in, stick charges for another crush, and this is a big turnaround here. All of a sudden from HellRaisers with the rotations in, with the Sentry at the right time, in the right place, and Mango Gaming once again giving them yet another kill on a Tusk too. These crushes, man, from Yellow Warrior.
Yeah.
Those are just, I mean, you cannot underestimate that. That's level 3 Epic Crush. It does a lot of damage, and it's 2 seconds, 2.2 seconds now, actually, of lockdown.
And these are relatively low armor heroes. Oracle, you know, starting off with 2. Tusk with 4. Tiny actually starts with 0 when he gets caught in 1. So, they've got big problems here. I mean, even Weaver, who is, like, the only agility hero on the enemy team, he only has 5 armor.
Yep.
And that's with a ring of protection. So...
So it's once again, take a look at the top lane. It's just being cheeky here in both of these heroes. I mean, both of them can skip creep waves. Both of them are doing it. It's like the weirdest thing, but no, the Broodmother actually hasn't died, hasn't fed away too many spiders by the looks of it. Still holds on to a veritable army of it. Has the Soul Ring here, looks to go into an Orchid here with Double Sage's Mask already up and running. To build into that a little bit later, so... That Broodmother doing better than expected here, with all the pressure up in the bottom lane. Kind of also taking the attention from the other Submarine, as much as it is from HellRaisers. Broodmother kind of being the benefactor of that particular exchange. Now Goddamn, as well as the Shadow Shaman, going to try and give a little bit of extra help here, looking to Nickerol. It's a hard target to actually bring down. He's a Vanguard already. Still with me, Revo? Or
Good lord.
Is your game broken?
My game keeps breaking. I don't know what's wrong. I think I'll just have to restart after the series, but I'm still with you. Yeah.
All right.
I'm trying to get everything together, and I very much apologize for that, but I should be good now. So.
Yep, alright. The lane now, potential turnaround. Anmo with the ice shots. Now the Weaver throws out the bugs, and now Meow actually looking for the damage here. Gets the ultimate out. There's a snowball. Meanwhile, back though. Tiny comes in. A little bit of a burst. Gotham will fall. Nice little shock, nice little ether shock there. From the Shadow Shaman, doing a lot of counter bursts, but not enough to bring anyone down here. And now the Eye Shots will get the Shaman to 1-for-1 trade. Now another crush and toss back from Unbound to Yolo Warrior. That almost cost him his own life, but now Necro joining in, being super scary. Gets a call off into Yolo Warrior. Tiny doesn't really have the mana to actually play with though. But
Weaver on the back lines as well.
The snowball, they missed the dunk, but they still get the kill on Yolo Warrior.
And they get the courier.
And the courier is down as well. Tusk will fall, but they're going to be happy with that. Shadow Shaman now with another set of shotguns. Meow, Alpha Ninja at the same time. Still alive now, Weaver. Still a little bit of fight left in him. But
I will say,
enough to at
HellRaisers
least
do
keep them
know
away.
the bugs. They are afraid of them, and they have every right to be, of course.
Yeah.
But they're not just saying, oh, well, we just have bugs on us, let's just charge on in.
What
And
the hell is
coming on in, the toss into Call, and Meow is dead once again.
Oh, the plays are real.
What a play.
The toss into the Viper with the Creeper also coming. That was absolutely beautiful.
And that'll be Tiny finally getting his level 6. It's very surprising he's been able to do so much without it, because generally you don't have a lot of toss damage coming in out of your level 6, but it's free initiation for the Axe, for the Tusk, and the Weaver, if he gets tossed in, well, he can just Shikuchi and run away most of the time. So, very well played there.
This is now the whole strength of this brawling lineup that the other Submarine have gotten for themselves, now coming into play. A great early start in this bottom lane. Kind of brought back a little bit by HellRaisers, but then once again coming out swinging in this middle lane fight. Kind of exchanging left here and there, but the cores come away with a couple of extra kills and levels under the belt.
Yeah, we will actually see Slardar and Brood being the big problems. And I know we haven't talked a lot about Brood. Oh, missed crush on the bot lane. But Brood is actually farming up very well. We'll be done with an Orchid in about 400 gold, which should be coming here any second. She's already sitting at 508 gold per minute, which is quite a bit. Now Axe, oh, he only gets one spider.
That was always pretty lucrative there. But
but mid lane, here comes a big snowball with 3 in it. They're going to get a pretty easy kill onto the Viper here. He will throw out his ultimate, and Oracle will be able to take him on down with another one of those nukes. That Purifying Flames is such a good nuke.
I don't know what he's doing there, but we've found him. The Hex will kind of keep him away a little bit. Gets a box off on the Weaver, and that should be a death with another Purifying Flames actually. That's Nord snagging
Nord
that kill.
getting a
These
double
shots
kill
gets
all the way across
goddamn
the
here,
map.
but he tethers across here, right into the arms of Yolo Warrior, leading it back to the safety of Tier 1 tower. Is that safe though? Goratz, he's looking for blood, and he will dodge a crush. Nicely done. Now looking for more goddamn in the sides. Another tether out here, Shikuchi from Weaver.
Rush up in one.
We'll spot that out. Nice little lockdown here from Nord, fortunately then catches two, and there's the combo finally from Tiny. The crush comes out, but Nord, neither the Weaver caught inside of it now. Turn around, perhaps. Yeah, and Shadow Shaman TPing in. Weaver actually dropping quite low. Has to try and get out. Nord might be the sacrificial lamp here if they can get the chase. But now, there's another avalanche at the very least with the snowball punch up in the air. The Shadow Shaman down. Now, though, finds a number of very low heroes here next to him. Fortress End. No, the False Promise to keep Tusk alive and at least keep Viper here to try and make sure that he survives, giving them the space to get out of trouble. Beautiful fighting here from Yellow Submarine. There was a 4-for-1 exchange at the end of the day?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Fight recap's not going to tell us, but Viper actually made a pretty big mistake there. When Tusk is sitting in the False Promise, you generally want to hit it once or twice and then just walk away. Especially if Oracle can't get to him, he can't continue healing him. Now, of course, there is the possibility Tusk could have TP'd out and gotten back to the fountain, but that's kind of a risk you have to take with that. You're possibly getting 2 kills, and instead he's just sitting there, okay, well, I'll hit Tusk a couple more times. It's not really doing anything. If he's dead, he's dead. Now, Axe will find Broodmother here. Yep.
Gets a call off. There's a relocate in, though, to try and help out the Brood. Now, Necrol might be in a little bit of trouble as the sun's coming out.
Very well
as
played.
it was the crush, and yeah, nice little bait there. I don't know if Broodmother knew that the sentry was there or not, but, well, definitely worked out in the end. And that Orchid,
Yeah. Uh-oh.
already online now. Just
Oh, they
got it
broke the
now.
smoke.
Oh, they
They know
find him.
she's here. They dust her up.
Beautiful shots
Okay,
here,
you
follow
never-
from the Tiny, will be able to get it. And that's a big, big bounty there. Very important kill to have. Look at that worth chart. 6.3k on their Broodmother, 5k on the Axe. Even though we've been fighting a lot, you haven't really been able to keep up with the farm, so you have to make up for that somehow. Now Amba already used the shots. Just have enough snowball now. They will get the vision with the bugs. Well, Io comes back here to try and keep the Shadow Shaman alive a little bit longer. We can only do so much now. Got that.
Viper's
We'll
here to
stay
defend
alive.
him
Yeah, Viper kind of zoning them out.
Yeah.
But still, not the death.
Somebody in chat was asking about phase boots on Tiny. The reason he goes for this is so that he has higher move speed and doesn't so much rely on getting his blink early on. I personally still like treads now, but if you're going for this early game Avatos
Hang on,
build, you
crush
definitely want
onto
the phase.
Anba. Is that gonna be enough though? Tiny brings down Gotham in the back so he can't save anyone. Yolo Warrior caught with 3 heroes, they will bring him down. Tiny might actually give his life here with Broodmother rotating in. So will the task force keeping him alive for the time being though. Nord now gets the
He's
heals
good.
off. Yeah, he's absolutely fine. 2-for-1 trade so far, making it 3-for-1 is now Weaver with the time naps, keeping himself safe. Nickerel locking down Broodmother as well as the Viper at least a little bit. Now that the snowball comes in, Amba back alive and kicking. Do they have the vision? Do they have the damage to bring
Yeah,
down
they've
the
got
Broodmother?
dust.
Looks like they
got it.
right click. Yeah, they will just take out from the battle hung, and now Nord gets the lockdown off on the Viper. He gets the light right click through it though, and that's the Oracle going down, and Viper with the help from Riz relocating in to try and give him that extra bit of sustain. Still alive, get another kill, and this is kind of the problem. If you expend all of your spells and all of your stuff on everyone else, and the Viper actually gets to right click and stay alive in the fights, he can get a lot done.
Yeah, now on the bright side for the Tiny, he did buy out his drum before he died. I was expecting again the Blink Dagger, but of course drum giving him a lot of move speed. And he can definitely just run in with this, especially if he's tossing Axe in and Axe is holding them down for a moment. It's a perfect setup for Avatos.
Yep.
And
You also really need stats. I mean, normally you see treads, but even then, Tinies go drums. Especially without a Wisp to buff you up a little bit. You need the stats just for the mana to play with. It's like Hidden Rune now, so obviously that helps too, but...
Yeah. I think he still wanted to get the Blink first, but since he died, he wasn't going to lose any gold if he bought the drum. So...
Yep.
He'd just lose progress on his blink, but still have another item, so it's okay. Meanwhile, Broodmother will probably get caught out here.
Oh,
Do they not
Shadow
smell
Shaman
her?
looks like it. There you go. Blink from Nickerel, and of course that's kind of... Oh, Yolo Warrior! He blinks into the avalanche, gets a stun off anyway, though. Somehow. That was interesting exchange.
Yeah.
But...
Broodmother does get a silence off on Oracle, which prevents them from chasing. And then she gets away
Now
as well.
Nickerel,
Oh,
they find him!
dust!
The dust off, now no nets available right now. Actually, he doesn't.
She has
does have
webs,
it.
but it's not going to make a difference.
Yeah. Snowball in after the lockdown from the axe. It's an easy kill, even with Weaver rotating around as well. Coming from the river, goddamn, try to relocate in, just try and help, but now, where should you relocate from? We'll find out in a moment's time. Back to base, okay. But that will be a tier 1 tower, yellow submarine. We can take a look at drafts actually. It's not quite as crazy as you would expect, it's just on the back of the Broodmother farming as well as you did. But they're now, only now starting to get the towers as well.
Yeah, and those towers are going to give a lot of gold over to Yellow Submarine. Looks like Tusk is TPing out to the mid lane to try and deal with the split push coming in from Viper here, who may get the mid tower, not quite it looks like, but the siege creep won't finish it off. They will get the glyph off just in time. Viper throws out the ult, but still gets dunked by the axe.
Ready for the dunk. And that is an easy tower deny when they want it here.
Got him in a lot of trouble. He has no creep to tether to.
Avalanche will catch him in the end. Toss available. Not quite gets the don't quite get the combo damage, but they don't need it. Nickel in there on the other side of that particular corridor. Yeah, that should translate into another tier 1 tower at the same time. In the bottom lane, we've got Yellow Warrior. He's got his own blink, of course. We've seen it before, but what else do you really build on the starter to get control of this game again? On the Broodmother, for that matter. What can they do actually to fight up against this torrent?
Get your blink up, get a bit of push coming out of the Broodmother, and just try to regain some map control. Because if you can see Tiny coming, at least right now, you're going to be fine. But now he's got the blink, and this is where things get ugly, because you think, oh, well, we can't see Tiny. That's actually terrifying, because he could be right in the trees next to you, ready to pounce.
Yeah.
And he's got a haste rune. Oh dear.
God, no. Well,
this is the Tiny dream at the moment. Just let me go ahead and tell you.
Max mobility.
Like, I have max avalanche toss, 1 point in grow, haste rune, phase boots, blink dagger, and drum. 15 minutes is not a bad timing for all these items. It's relatively poor timing if it were the rushed blink, but since he's able to get the drum as well, it's perfectly fine.
Yeah. And with the way this game's been going, he's absolutely fine. I mean, we already saw the kind of team play that they had. Axe being in that safe lane position, not really having a lot of pressure on him.
They will get this top tower, I believe. They've smoked up to it.
And I'm gonna trade a tier 1 for tier 2 by the looks of it, but it's not exactly the kind of trade that Yes want to take. But
I'm really surprised they're giving this up.
Yeah, they're out of position now right now. Don't really want to come in.
Oh, and there's 15 seconds till Shaman wards. How many TPs do we have on Yes? 3. Weaver and... Oh,
Yeah,
well, just
four
Weaver's
now.
missing one. Because they could easily go for a Rax right now. With the Shaman wards coming up in just a second, this could put HellRaisers back in the game very easily. Amba is going to TP back.
Yeah, it should be fine now.
Yeah.
What kind of trade that you want to take? HellRaisers with a little bit of a reprieve there, a bit of a respite. But they still have to be careful. The initiation on the side of Yes is just so strong. Between the Axe as well as the Tiny now.
They're trying to get the Blink Dagger up on Shaman, and then they'll be willing to go in, just throw down wards and die. Just to get a tower, which I think is a valiant cause. But of course, if he does it right now, he's kind of resetting his progress on that Blink Dagger, and that's a big issue for him, because without Blink, Shaman is very slow. He's as fast, or slower than an Enchantress without boots.
Oh, hang on, top lane. They want Gorats, they find him. Relocate comes in, a big army from the Spiders. Can actually get the Avatars off now. The wall's on cooldown from him getting rid of the creep wave, so nice little pick off there. That's exactly what you want. Yeah, get these pickoffs, find these isolated heroes when the Yellow Submarine maybe a little bit overconfident, take control of the jungle, and that's exactly what they do. They find Nord. 1, 2, 3 punches after the amplified damage.
They're looking to come up, but they're not going to be able to, and that's a 4-staff done for Slaughter. Axe still struggling to get his, so Slaughter's hanging on. He doesn't have the Vanguard, keep in mind, so that's putting him at a pretty big network deficit, compared to the Axe. But of course, he's going to be able to get a lot done with that 4-staff as well, and hopefully bail out some heroes from that Avatos combo. Hopefully.
Yeah.
It's a tough thing to do, though.
Let's look at some more items here. We see the Weaver actually going for quick BKB. Has it completed now. What did you think about that? I mean, it does help up against the Shadow Shaman to some degree. It does help up against the Slaughter stun. These are the kind of things that you want to avoid. And these are also things that, or some of these things, cannot be stopped by Lincoln Sphere. So do you actually agree with this BKB choice? This early in the game?
I think it's fine. it's also going to stop the Orchid from Brood. They do have a lot of ways to break your Lincolns with just the amplified damage, of course. And then Shadow Shaman can hex you up. You don't really need the amplified damage to kill him if you've got him hexed. So I think the BKB is a very smart choice. I normally don't like it as Weaver, simply because you're going to be Shikuchiing in a lot of the fights. But with the BKB, I think he'll say, I have to man up and fight for 10 seconds, which is just fine. They don't have a lot of physical damage if he can stay away from the spiders, which shouldn't be a huge issue.
Yep.
So, looks
All
like
right.
they are going to board up the pit here. Not going for it just yet. Oh, was this spotted out?
Let's spot it out now here with the Frozen Citadel, that's for sure.
Well, they don't have vision of it, do they?
Who?
Yes.
Yeah, they have the
Yellow
Frozen
Submarine.
Sigil.
No, but they don't have any detection.
They did see the Shadow Shaman though.
Well, yeah. Okay.
It's all good.
I'm really
it's all good.
surprised they aren't, unless the detection's coming in on the courier here. Which it is. Okay. I rest my case. Which
Oh,
was
hang on.
rested by someone else, probably.
Might actually see the Broodmother here, and without the webs immediately available, they can get the jump in, and there won't be any invis, at least for the Brood, to keep her safe.
There is a slaughter here to
is
keep her
potential
safe,
open
possibly.
now. Yellow Submarine have the aggro on now though. They can get the jump here. So and they
It's
actually
just
see what's
moved away,
going on.
though.
They have an observer ward here on the high ground to see everything that's going on. See HellRaisers moving away. I'll just have to wait for them to come back. Meow. Oh, he's just moving outside of the range. I come back into range. Now the sigil once again. They don't find the angle. So instead they're just gonna go for the tier 2 tower. Tier 3 top
Radiant's
might be on
bottom
the
tower
on the
seen
trade
better
list though.
days.
On trade offerings for HellRaisers, as they have the creep wave here, they have the Shadow Shaman wards. Also have a tier 2 of their own mid being pushed in.
Tower ain't a pretty sight right
It looks
now.
Submarine, are they gonna let this go again? No,
Dire's mid
not by the
tower
looks of it.
ain't
Tiny comes in.
longer.
So's Nickerol, TP's galore. They just need to find the initiation.
Oh!
Yulmar finds the counter initiation here from Nickerol. They keep Nord alive for the time being, and now the Avalanche. There's a task here. Tiny being slowed down by the Viper. They can't bring down Gotham with a punch now after Snowball. Finally, they get rid of the pesky Wisp. The Tiny, though, was the exchange. And it's not exact. That's a big part of your fighting potential. Meow, though, being locked down by Nord here. Nickerol still doing what he can,
There's the
and he
BKB.
gets the dunk off. They do get the vision for the Broodmother, just have to get close, and they do with the Force Staff into the secondary dunk. Double kill for him, but hey, at what cost? They lose a tier 3 up top to just the Shadow Shaman wards.
Yeah, very nice movement from the Shadow Shaman. Now that he has that blink, of course. Able
Did you
to
actually see that?
move
Did
and
you
get
actually see
those.
what happened there?
Dire's mid
With the
tower
wards?
is
Not
hell.
exactly, I guess.
I saw a white little exclamation point there. So some of these wards were denied by other wards, I'm pretty sure.
Oh,
That was
Wow.
actually pretty good.
that's pretty impressive.
Yeah. I mean, it's,
Yeah, I
it's
was
not,
like,
it's not
I mean,
a
I
big
saw
deal.
the wards.
Yeah, it's not a big deal with 1 or 2. I mean, each of them like worth 30. But
But
still,
yeah, I
it's,
mean, it's
just
style
having the
points
control
at
there. Yeah,
least.
absolutely.
So.
Well, if I was good at
The
making
big thing
highlight
also
reels, I
was
would
they
go into
didn't
it.
force Weaver to use his BKB at the beginning of the fight, so he was able to move around in the fight a lot more. He used it against the Brood because he didn't want to get silenced up and bursted down, because obviously that is a big problem against Broodmother with her spawn Spiderlings nuke. But, you know, saving that 10-second duration for when he needed it most, and Artez playing very well here.
Alright, so...
And it looks like Deso coming up for him.
Radiant's mid tower.
There was a Mithril Hammer just purchased.
For Weaver, yeah.
Yep.
That's-
They do
it's
buy
kinda
a
makes
gem
sense.
on the Tusk as well.
Makes a
Pretty
lot of
risky
sense.
with the Weaver, but yeah, oh, I'm sorry.
What?
I keep interrupting you by accident, and
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I hate you for it. It's
I know.
just the way it is, man. Just the way it is. But yeah.
please report Revo.
I mean, it does make some sense just to get the map control, just to make sure that the that you can keep track of the Broodmother or the Spiderlings that they come at you. And if you lose a gem, sure, the Weaver's gonna be impacted by that,
No.
but at the same time, it does
Brood
have the
just used her
BKB.
Orchid in the jungle, and they're coming for her right now.
Well,
They'll
we do
break the smoke. They don't realize one of these. Oh no!
Gotham with the place is still. They do not actually get
Oh.
the call off. On,
They found her now.
Yeah, they still found her with the gem. Okay.
Putting the gem to work.
It's almost pretty good there. Goddamn, kind of wrapping around here on the sidelines. Only the three
Tiny does
illusions,
grab a
but still-
few Spiderlings as well. And he's going straight for AC, so skipping the Ags entirely, it looks like. Or could also be a Shiva's.
Probably not.
Well, the mana pool on Tiny is very good.
It's decent though. What he has is
The
decent
AC
enough,
would
I
be
guess,
better
yeah.
though, of course.
You kind of want the AC. You want the attack speed. You need some sort of attack speed item. Ideally, you want to have the
Yeah,
the axe on top of that too. But right now, you just can't really afford it. Now, Snowball does connect onto Meow. Will end up connecting here. Follow-up call. A punch. They need a little bit of extra damage though to get the dunk off. And there it is with the Weaver. As well as the Avatars. He will fall as the relocate comes in. YOLO Warrior gets the crush up. But now they have to be on the run. Kind of have to separate too. Goddamn. 5 seconds until he's back. Nickerol misses that. Misses the... Ah, yeah, he's gonna get it too. The dunk will miss. With the heals from, I believe, some stick charges there.
That's not what I was
himself.
talking about. Up top, Shadow Shaman was able to sneak in, place the wards, and take down a ranged Rax.
Oh, wow. Okay. Hello.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
We tried to get in here, but he was not quick enough, and he'd have to have been there a good 10 seconds earlier to prevent the Rax from falling. So, very nicely done.
Well, that's one way to win a game. Kills me nothing, throne means everything. And if HellRaisers win right now, it's definitely gonna be something that they'll have to... Well, that has to be said about them. Realizing that that is the case in Dota.
Yeah.
Still have some tier 2s to take, but of course the Shadow Shaman wards. I mean, especially with Yellow Submarine, not really giving them a lot of respect or emphasis. You just kind of let the Shadow Shaman farm as well. He's level 11 now, does have the blink, does have deep lens even. Just for the extra shackle range, perhaps the extra ether shock range. So, yeah. Maybe not the most common pickup on Shadow Shaman, but it just makes some sense. The hex range is kind of the most important part. Just have that instant initiation. Speaking of initiation, here, Nickerol gets it on the Spiderlings. We'll clean all of those up.
It's a
Can they find the
lot of
Blue
gold.
as well? He's out of webs. There's yeah, they have the detection. Everyone around
He did.
him. Goodbye.
Yeah, not only the gym, but also they had a sentry ward nearby, so...
Don't only have a Sage Root against spiders, but also trees apparently. The entire area now deforested. They're looking for more here, looking for Alpha Ninja and Viper, but he's should be able to make its way out. Instead, they might find Goddamn here. Doesn't relocate if he wants to use it. Oh, nice little blink call here onto 2. They will bring down Goddamn. Now YOLO Warrior, blink, Avatars. Don't even get dunk off here, because that's just how quick it is. Meanwhile, top, they do get the punch up on the Shadow Shaman, so finally putting an end to his shenanigans. Perhaps, maybe not. The blink out in the trees after the hex. Very heads up play there.
Yeah, and now that he's got the Aether Lens as well, he's able to place those wards from farther away. His one job is just, okay, you guys are taking a team fight. Usually you'd want your support in the team fight, but this guy knows what to do. He's just CPing up top. He's got his Aether Lens. I wouldn't be surprised if he goes for travels now.
Yep.
I think that would be, like, the item to get.
Just transition into that full-on extra 3 position, if you will, at 3.5. Still buying wards, though. He got his arcane boots back, so still have that.
Okay.
Have the credit. Still be credit to the team. I think they need that.
Yeah.
Wisp can't really handle all of that himself, especially since he went for the power tread instead of arcane boots of his own.
Wisp?
Yeah.
Huh. That's definitely interesting.
Just making sure
But
that you have
this
a little
team
bit more
isn't
tanky.
too mana hungry other than the Shadow Shaman, so I guess the mana boots don't do that much for you.
Yep.
They are going to be able to get Roche pretty easily here, looks like.
Nickerol, Force of Cross here to the wrong side of the map. The blink hacks will catch him though in the shackles to follow up. Oh, hashtag space
Not getting
created.
any spins, really. Yeah, but space created. That is a lot of gold going over to YOLO Warrior. He's going for an armlet a bit late in the game for what I'd like, and what do you know, Revo was right.
Oh, god damn it. When does that ever happen?
I was half
Kappa.
joking about the Shivas, but...
Yeah.
I mean,
Well,
hey, slow down the attack speed, slow down the bash chance.
Seems
you
more
like
like a
being slowed
task
by-
item though, or an act item even. You
Maybe
really,
Axe's
really-
next item will be a
Yeah.
AC then.
Yeah, I mean, he can build it as well as a Tiny can, but still, that no axe build is kind of, I don't know. At the same time, do you really need to go late game?
It's
just
the
have that
Bambo
extra-
build.
Yeah.
Bambo's the one that's done it, where he builds Tiny as a caster, and you can see he gets a lot of extra nuke potential, and it's very easy for them to nip that Shaman push in the bud. Just like, oh, hey, Shaman, okay, let's get kind of close to him. Blink, Shivas, boom, dead.
At the same time, you get plenty of extra damage from the Aghanim Scepter as well, but yeah, I don't know. I'm not saying it's not viable. It's just say it's uncommon. Now Unbar, blink forward, eye shots, does not quite get Afro Ninja here. Yellow Warrior, oh there we go, they get him now. Nickel blinking in, Yellow Warrior with a counter crush on too. Unbar actually taking quite a lot of damage, he has the snowball out. Gets two of them, looking for the slaughter. Yeah. Still a lot of trouble, and now into trouble in this case. Nickel still pretty tanky though. Maximum comes out, there's the call, Tiny comes in with the toss, but I don't know what's going on. 3 for 2 trade at the end of the day, Brute Model limping away, they still see her though. With the gem on the Weaver.
The only one able to get out was the Viper, who was able to TP out just there at the end of the fight. Had about 75% HP, so there was no way for them to really take him down.
Yeah. A lot of money to the Weaver, a lot of money to the Axe, and I guess another thing to note is that with the Weaver doing as well as he is, sitting right up top there with Tiny in terms of net worth, having that extra damage potential from him, means that Tiny doesn't necessarily have to have that right-clicking potential from the Axe, which doesn't give him a lot of damage, but also, of course, once again, slows down his attack speed even further.
Yeah,
it does make sense. And now looks like they can put on some extra pressure on this bottom tower with Mood as well as the starter still being down. Gotham is here. Not a whole lot that they can do up against the Weaver though. Might be able to deny the tower though.
No breaking down the radiant structures like
Let's defend it. Meanwhile up top, yeah, there was a shaman there. But the yellow submarine at this point, yeah, there's only so often that you can try and pull that off before they really say enough of this bullshit.
Yeah, I'm actually a little surprised we didn't see Tiny go for something like the Aether Lens. The reduced or extended cast range there, or in the extra damage, would be quite useful. Not to mention it would stop a little bit of the nuke damage coming out, especially from Viper here.
Yeah.
But of course, Shiva's is nice as well. He's mainly getting it for the mana pool, so he doesn't have to constantly rely on his bottle or go back to base. And of course, it gives him a bunch of extra armor.
Yeah. I mean, Aether Lens just seems like too much of a low-key item for Tiny at this point.
Yeah.
I mean, Toss is already ridiculous range. Avalanche, well, it's big enough range with the amount of mobility that he has. Still,
the big
kind of
difference in the range, though, is your acquisition range for Toss. It actually adds to that as well.
Okay,
so it's so much easier to get your Toss combo off.
Right. The parry doesn't quite need it here. Gets it onto Meow.
Yeah.
But the relocate out this time around,
nice.
It will be the play.
Unfortunately, they're just going to wait here.
Yeah.
Goodbye, Wisp. We'll miss you.
Yep.
I kind of do like the fact that HellRaisers aren't all.
Oh, how he gets out!
Oh, nice!
Holy shit! Nickerol does not
Takes
quite pull the trigger there.
Way out, though. They are trying to split push. They're going to get Yellow Warrior out here. Shaman's still trying to get up top.
Yeah. Top lane,
has
bottom
not
lane,
made a ton of
both
progress
being
right
pushed.
now.
Now TP back from the other submarine, but not from everyone here. Look at the Tiny toss back in loving up. Nickerol gets the call off now. This time no relocate to save him, so it will bring him down and eventually dunk him off.
Words are getting dropped up top, by the way.
Yeah. Wow, what's up top? Bottom tier 2 already fell as well on the dire side.
Make it out.
TPs come in. Shaman is out and the walls will not be able to claim this set of rack. But hey, bottom lane. The tower is taking damage. They haven't actually claimed a set of racks here on the side of on the Radiant side. It's a 1-for-1 tower trade at the end of it all. Might even be able to get them in racks here. They have to respond now. Unbo's there, but it doesn't actually have the help to do it. HellRaisers, they will get another set of racks here. BKB on Brute Mother to try and secure that. And there we go. Silence off as well. Now just TP out, nothing to really stop. Yep. Oh, actually there is. The toss gets it off.
That goes through BKB?
It does go through BKB, indeed.
Oh, goodness.
But hey, Space Gradient for the top lane? That set of Rex is down with Viper and relocating in. With the Wisp to place, and just cancerous play against the Yellow Submarine. So frustrating.
Oh!
I mean, you do get the kills, but still, you lose all your buildings? That can't be fun to play if you're Yellow Submarine right now. Yeah, gotta be so frustrated. Look at the net worth chart.
Yeah, it's completely shifted here. And
might find the Viper.
Well, the net worth chart is shifted.
Actually, Viper, they might find Tiny instead. And gets the shivers off now. Ambus comes in. Little snowball onto Meow, but it does have the help from the Wisp. There's no way that you can actually kill this Viper right now. Not for lack of trying though. Nickerol comes in. He alone just doesn't have the damage. Weaver, yeah, they definitely need that. Got them well. Now be taken down. Ambus still falling to Meow. before the day is over, and that's a jump to side on the ground for the time being. I think they
They can
claimed
take
that from
this
Weaver
trade,
earlier. Yeah. They're still taking out the Viper, and they will get the jump back. Just pop the dust, make sure that the Broodmother isn't there. But she just respawned too, so nothing like that will happen.
Weaver has enough to finish an MKB right now. If he'd like.
Almost want to see Boots of Travel instead, to be honest with you, with the rounds that HellRaisers are playing with them. It's
Meanwhile,
just like cat and mouse.
Botrax goes down.
Yeah, this is... Anti-Milrex earlier, range tracks soon to follow, and now Weaver is trying to fight up against the Slaughter, but he alone doesn't have the control up against the Sprint. Speaking of Slaughter, he's going for a Heart now. He has the Vitality boost as well in the Courier. Yeah, he has it right now if he wants it.
For it. Yep. Just about, I believe.
Yep. Not for the recipe now.
Maybe saving for buyback, but... Okay, there we go. Yep. Well, an Orchid came out on something. I think. I think Brood used it on a creep, and I just heard it from all the way across the map. So.
Yeah, perhaps. But yeah, with 2 sets of racks up, do we really need to save for buyback at this point? Don't really think so. Top lane here, they do find Necro with the long-range shackles. It's not lethal, it's just a 4-step up. Now Snowball in. Might be able to claim the Shadow Shaman here before the day is done, but Weaver...
Oh!
Not
nice
damage.
Relocate out. Or...
It was a relocate back
relocate
even.
back, yeah.
They brought Alpha Ninja in to try and help, and then with on the way back got there and just brings the Shadow Shaman with them. So HellRaisers, that's the kind of team that we expected to see in game 1-2. The draft didn't quite work out, but now, well, Broodmother. That was a little bit chancy there, and farming a Norwood like that, but hey, it happens.
I think the big issue here for HellRaisers is that they had Brood farming in the early... Oh, wait a second, hold the phone, we've got a Rapier.
What?
I thought of it in the back of my mind when he was just hanging on to the Demon Edge. I was like, he could buy a Rapier pretty soon.
I'm pretty sure he's done it just to spite you, because he said, yeah, he's building MKB, he has it right now, and... Well, instead he just goes Rapier, that's effective.
Yeah,
so,
it seems to work.
Yeah, how viable
is
that actually a good item in this game, or is it just alright, with 2 sets of racks down, even though we've been ahead the entire game, I'm frustrated, let's just build a Rapier and get this over with.
The big problem, I think, is that yes, have had the net worth advantage for a while, but because they have a Axe core, their net worth doesn't always translate to actually better team fight and everything. Like better heroes.
Oh,
with the Rapier, that helps them out a lot, of course, but they've got to be very careful right now. If they get
Slaughter.
caught out,
Oh no, but they don't find him. Oh, Nickroll with the misplace.
They do have a sheep or a shadow blade on Axe.
He shadowbladed
very
in.
Interesting.
Shadowbladed, and he battle hung it before he called. And that was
yeah.
misplay. He could have just called immediately, and that would have been enough. Because we were with that amount of damage.
He should have just used speed dial. Called him quicker.
Yeah. Well, I don't know what the phone service is like.
Apparently not very good.
Yeah.
Maybe he's using one of those old rotary phones, you know?
Oh yeah.
Took him a little while. He got hungry while he was dialing. Anyways.
Roche is being pinged out, and that's something that you kind of want to look at if you're the Rapier carrier.
Especially if you got a Rapier.
So there's a slot for it. And look at this.
Roche is like, don't worry, I can take these guys. Wait a second, huh? They're coming though. Uh-oh.
Oh, this could be big here. YOLO Warrior smoked up. They do get the crush off. They're looking for Roche instead, but they get the Aegis on the Weaver still. YOLO Warrior forced that back around. Once in high ground here, so is the Broodmother. And goddamn, I'm not quite sure if that's the best position for them. YOLO Warrior still, they get the crush on the North. But Weaver, he's still right-clicking left, right, and center. They don't catch a Broodmother. They do catch the Shadow Shaman, possibly inside. Got them though with relocate out. We'll keep him safe. So all 1-for-1 trade at the end of it all. But the important thing is Yellow Submarine. They did get the Aegis on the Rapier carrier. They did even get the Roshan kill. Nickroll this time around. They should get goddamn here. Maybe not. Yeah, the Tether not quite getting onto the high ground. With Shadow Shaman, they actually brought him back. And Broodmother actually still taking around here. They do get the axe. I did not see that coming there, but I guess Tiny dropping low on health.
Tiny low
They
health.
need some. They need some big damage now
they
from the
can get it.
Weaver. They find
Yep.
Goddamn 1, 2. Go Scepter.
Oh.
GG. Now the shotguns toss. Avalanche to try and control him up a little bit more. Shadow Shaman all left alone. Not enough to bring down the Weaver himself. But now the Crush will miss. And now the turnaround perhaps with the bash. The bash is real. BKB comes out. But now the Rapier not quite on the ground with the toss from Tiny once again saving the day. And now the Slaughter will fall to Weaver by the skin of his teeth, surviving, holding onto the Rapier. That could have been really, really big.
Oh,
And the Region
he just
Rune
got a
just
regener.
hit insult to injury here for HellRaisers. That was so close to turning this game
well, guys, at
around.
least we got him on low health. Shows up to your racks full health. Like, hey guys, how's it going? What? You killed me? Huh?
Because the one thing that they still got going for them is these 2 sets of racks, but we're getting closer and closer to that late game Dota where that doesn't end up battering. There's no buyback on anyone of HellRaisers, and this Weaver has enough damage that they can claim 2 sets of racks of their own in the middle lane and then going straight for the bottom lane now. Now, Alpha Ninja, it's not a whole lot that you can do actually. You can throw down
Few
the
hits, this Rax is dead.
throw down the Viper Strike, but that's about it.
Radiant's mid-rags didn't make it.
That's the glyph.
Radiant's mid-rags is
Goddamn will
taking
be
the
back in
lead.
a couple of seconds. Same for the slot.
Oh.
And now the toss. Avalanche. He on the roof. Mother Shield will be able to bring him down. BKB, not enough to save him now. Well, you're not going to be able to punch it off with the time of the little guy. But there's a blink. There's a punch onto Meow here. The right clicks are real. And the right clicks are enough to bring him down. No relocate out this time. Actually, the relocate out was successful. Didn't quite look at it now. The buybacks come out from both sides actually. And Yellow Submarine, they will just reorient themselves, they claim the racks, and they get out of trouble. Perhaps they want to re-engage though with
meantime,
Amber TPing in after the buyback. Weaver still needs a little bit more health points though. Now, well, once again, Broodmother in a little bit of trouble here. They find him with the shots, but instead they find more heroes
Nice
in the
crush.
back as well. Nice crush on 2 here, but also nice avatars on 2 as well. Snowball to follow up. Meow comes in. He's being controlled up on Weaver. He's dropping low though. He has to be super careful. Still has the Aegis though. It still has enough damage and enough control from the rest of his teammates to allow
Oh
him to
my goodness.
continue the right clicks. Gems everywhere! And this should be GG.
Yeah.
No more buybacks here. Shadow Shaman is there, so is the Wisp, but these 2 heroes, they don't have the power to stop this Rapier Weaver, and then it'll be dead tier 4.
Shadow Shaman. Can he do it?
Doesn't even
No.
drop the wards.
He didn't have
Yeah,
time
this
to
is-
drop the boards.
this
I
is
don't
over.
think.
GG,
UK
well
Multiplay
played.
Comes out.
What a good game it was, Revo.
Oh yeah. And
Wow.
it looked like HellRaisers had it for a moment there, but that Rapier plus the Deso just turned the game around immediately. And Weaver was just immortal through the couple of fights. He didn't
Yeah.
even use his Aegis.
Yeah, that was just not just on the back of his play, but also on the back, mostly on the back of Tusk and Tiny, honestly. Goretz just making
18-1
it
and
work with the
26.
control, with the tosses around, just
Yep.
to make sure that the Weaver is getting the pressure off of him in these team fights, and that was just so crucial there. And in the last fight after the Roche, where Weaver almost ended up dying to the bash from the Slaughter. Man, what a
As I
game,
like to
what a
say,
game.
almost only counts in horseshoes, hand grenades, and nuclear war. You know.
It does.
And sometimes in Dota when the Aegis is a factor, but
Well, normally, though, in Dota, almost is not enough, and the HellRaisers, they will drop out of the tournament. Yellow Submarine, though, they're still in it. They're in it to win it tomorrow. 1700 CET, 11 EST, 11 AM EST, I should say. For the Grand Finals, best of 5, Yellow Submarine vs Pro Dota, definitely tune into that. If you enjoyed this broadcast, I hope you did. I definitely did, so... You can follow me on Twitter at DragonDropDota, and you can also follow my co-caster at SBRevolution5. Any sort of feedback, of course, stuff like that. Throw it that way. Revo, any last words before we head out?
just an excellent game. Really enjoyed it, and congratulations to Yellow Submarine. Well played by HellRaisers as well. They proved that they can hold out for quite a while and make some rat plays, but not rat enough as it turns out, unfortunately.
Alright, and with that, I'm out of shameless plugs, so I'm just gonna say thank you very much for watching. Hope you tune in tomorrow, and see you then.